Hey everyone, did you miss me? Because I missed you. Um, First off, I'd like to thank my Patreons who have stuck with me through the last couple of months. You guys are awesome, and I'm sorry for not putting out more content. What have I been up to? Well, back in school, as most of you know, and the only way that I could get one of my required English classes done was to take a condensed English course. So, like, instead of it being like a 15 or 16 week class like normal, it ended up being a 8-week class. And online English classes are notoriously rough for having like an extraordinary amount of homework. Right. So, like, if you're doing a normal online course, that's not one of the easy electives, right? You usually, if it's a 3 credit hour class, you'll have like 6 hours of homework, right? And English classes, you can count on like half again as much. And on top of that, like I'm a slow writer. Um, I've never really enjoyed the process of writing, and reflexive writing is one of my worst things. Like, where you write and then you go back, even 15 minutes later, and you look over it and you write it again, and then you come back a day or two later and you write some more, and it's just never really jogged with me. Like, I get it out, and that's what it is. So the anyway, long story short, that class was condensed. So instead of like normal 3 credit hours, so I'd have like 6 to 9 hours of homework a week. Double it. So on an easy week, I'd have 12 to 14 hours of homework, and tough weeks, 25. Um, so that really sucked. Um, and kept me pretty damn busy. Um, I've noticed that, going back to school, like, I'm having concentration issues, and a great deal of brain fog. And I think that, well, I mean, I know those come with Chiari. Um, and the last time I was in school was when I was just starting to be more symptomatic, and I'm used to being one of those students that, I read something once and I get it, or I sit through the lecture and I get it. Um, and this time around, it's not like that. Like, it's a lot harder, and I'm not retaining things like I used to. So I'm having to work a lot more to stay caught up. And, uh, like, for instance, my Spanish course, like, I've got a really high C right now, but I'm struggling to like bring it back up. Just because I'm not retaining the vocabulary like I feel like I should. I'm not retaining the structures that, the grammatical structure like I feel like I should. So it's been pretty challenging. Since I spoke to you guys last, my uncle died, and I mean, it wasn't really unexpected. He had been ill for a long time, but um, it's still difficult. I'm sure you guys know that. This episode of G Speaks is filmed in front of a live studio audience. Duke and Freya are up here napping with me. You might be able to see Duke's chin right there. Right there. Yeah. So anyway, that English class is over. I made an A in it. I've got a high B in my biology class, which I should be able to bring that up to an A by the end of the semester. I've got a high A in my ethics class, and then that high C in my Spanish class right now. So, yeah, that's how I'm doing in school. I'm really glad to have that English class over. I shouldn't have to take another English class for the rest of my life, as long as I don't do something silly like become an English major, which I enjoy language, and I really enjoy literature, but I don't ever plan on becoming an English major. I don't want to write. Well, I wouldn't mind writing a book, but I don't want to like be one of those English people, English speaking people, whatever. What else is going on? Not a whole lot. I hope everybody had a good, happy Halloween and got all spoopied and scared and all that. I saw the coolest little kid in a Ankylosaurus costume, and that was probably the best costume I've ever seen. Everything's just kind of plugging along like normal. My migraines haven't been too bad lately, especially as it cools off. Like, this is my favorite time of the year. My head doesn't hurt as much, and when it does, it's not as bad. I'm not quite arthritic enough to really suffer in the fall time and when it turns cold. Lower back issues and stuff like that, just from years of abusing my body. But other than that, like, mainly the things that challenge me now are like inability to focus. That's something I've really had a hard time with this semester, is being able to like knuckle down and just do the work, even when I know I'm behind the 8 ball and need to do it. It's so hard. Like, I'm so easily distracted. Hello, boo, come here. Yes, say hello to the people. This is Freya. She's the sweetest, quietest German Shepherd, and her face is entirely too pointy to be a good dog. Yes, hello, boo. So, yeah. Don't really have a whole lot to touch on today, but I wanted to... Off, girl. Off. I just wanted to check in with you guys. I appreciate those of you that are still around. Sorry that I had to take a little hiatus there. Life gets away from me sometimes. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well, and should be able to post more regularly now. Yeah, making progress. Catch you guys later.